Paul and I could probably go toe to toe. He talks about he was the sinner of all sinners. And if you made a list of every sin in the Bible, I'd probably crossed off 80 or 90%. I was wandering and lost, a stout atheist, until one day I had an encounter. It's the only real way to describe it. I was on the road to Damascus, and God just kicked me off my horse to the point where, when I say encounter, somebody was with me that saw the light but didn't hear the voice, had this mind-bending encounter one night. And I knew in a millisecond when I heard his voice that God was real. And after that night, I asked God, what do you want me to do? Am I supposed to go to church? Am I supposed to pray? And 3 different people who didn't know each other all recommended Life Source in a different way. They recommended the church with the big red awnings, the church across from CCBC and the hospital. And I found myself in the parking lot here, waiting to meet someone who had invited me. And they didn't show up many nights in a row, and I would pull in the parking lot and I would leave. And finally, one Monday night, I just had something draw up inside of me and I need to go inside. And I walked in the front doors and I felt this thing. I'm like, whoa, I recognize that from my experience. And I know that now to be the Holy Spirit. I proceeded to weep and weep and weep inside of church in the coming weeks as God worked through me and in me and through the pastors that preached on stage. And I started to get plugged into different events in different places, and I found this freedom group, which really helped me just clean out all of this junk that I had piled up in my life over the years. And in the course of it, found out some incredible things, like the fact that Jesus was raised from the dead. I had no idea. I cannot tell you how mind-blowing it was to find out this guy that people had talked about, who was on a cross and who had died, came back, and not just came back, but came back and spoke and taught and witnessed to us and empowered us. Can I tell you, that was the most incredible thing to find out, that he empowered us. It's the finished work of the cross. He didn't just die and was raised from the dead. He didn't just die, get raised from the dead, and ascend to the right hand of the Father. He ascended to the right hand of the Father and sent us back the Holy Spirit. We're empowered and filled now. All those things that I searched for in drugs, in alcohol, in sex, all of these things that I tried to fill the empty space and the void were all filled the moment that I knew